Today I'm walking from Tofoa to Nukuʻalofa on a Monday afternoon. But this walk isn't just about getting from one place to another. It's a reflection on why I've been documenting these trips to Tonga. To me, all this is just a visual kind of audio and visual documentation of this place. To me, it locks in place an image of Tonga at a specific period of time. Along the way, I talk about what it means to return as someone from the diaspora, how I'm trying to contribute not just to the economy but to the culture as well. And I pass some of my favorite trees and plants, each one carrying stories, memories and moments that have made them feel like old friends. Interesting how these different objects become sort of dear to your heart. And then I passed by one of what I think is Tonga's most historically significant places. For anyone coming to Tangatapu and Nukuʻalofa, this would be an interesting site to visit because it holds the historical and cultural DNA of modern Tonga. Then I come across an indirect encounter with All Things Tonga, who a lot of you will know. And his channel is amazing, so I'm sure anybody who's watching this video and come this far already knows about All Things Tonga. I don't even have to explain that. And through it all, there's this unexplainable joy in just being here. A much different feeling from what I posted from a few days ago of feeling like a stranger in my own country, but still accepting that I am a visitor here. I'm not a local. I am still a foreigner here in my homeland. I don't feel like I can speak to the stories of Tonga. And so then when I'm sharing an opinion or a thought or something, it comes from a place of observation or speculation rather than a place of like lived experience and authority. So stick around till the end where I have a moment that caught me off guard, and it's another heartfelt moment that I'll never forget. Enjoy. Oh, I don't know how to process how I'm feeling. Let me explain what just happened. That man Yo. Good afternoon from Tofoa / Helu. Just left the family home. Currently on our way into town. Passing by the barber shop over here. Got a haircut there the other day. A couple of the tacos here. I'm heading into Nukuʻalofa to stay for one night at a Guesthouse. Noah's Guesthouse is trying out some budget-friendly accommodation. It's about 3.5 k's away. Just double check. Yeah, 3.2 k's away, about 44-minute walk. And so we're just heading down Viola Road, and at the end here is Vaha'akolo or Vaha'akolo Road, and thought I'd just document the sights and sounds on the way down. So let me just turn off this Google Maps. Yeah, so this is the old neighborhood that I used to roam around as a little kid. I've walked down the street a couple of times already, and I went around the corner to grab some food the other day to head out to Bongo, and here's a little shop which we'll pass, which belongs to Alani, and he's a young guy who we met maybe last year actually. I was here last year with my brother and a few friends to film a music video, which is actually out now. It's by my brother Rizvan, Rizvan, and the song is called Waikai Pau.
Slowly but surely I'll get there. Slowly but surely by my will.
Anyway, the intention wasn't to plug that song, but go check it out if you are if you're watching after this. So yeah, we met Alani then. His shop is just down the road, and we'll pass it. And I bought a couple of things there. I bought lusipi, which I think was $10, and then spicy chicken, which was $15. Yeah, The thing is, I've been in Tonga, this is my 4th day in Tonga, and man, my appetite has gone. I'm not even that hungry. So I haven't really been eating much. So I bought that food, and I did a quick taste test on the night that I bought it, and or the evening that I bought it, at least the spicy chicken, and it was delicious. And I was intending to eat it the next day in Pangaimotu, but I didn't end up eating it over there. I just threw it out. It had been out all day in the sun, so I chucked it out. I did manage to have some food in Pangaimotu. My auntie was there, just coincidentally, so yeah, anyway. Who cares about me? Here's Vaha'akolo. You have the, what is this? National Olympic Committee? Tonga Sports Association. I think we have a few dogs coming up over here. When I walked through here the other day, I was getting chased. Well, not chased, but these dogs were barking at me. I'm sure it's one of these, maybe these guys. Oh, they're pretty chill today. So it's a Monday. School's still in the school term's still current. So kids are still at school. I actually went with my friend to drop off my his son at school this morning at the local I think it's like the Tofoa GMS General Middle School, I think. And that was cool to see the local primary school, and then I saw my old school as well, which is Tonga Side School, but when I went there it was in town. So it's about 2:30 now, and in about half an hour all the kids will come out from school, and hopefully by then we're closer to town. I don't want to be capturing any minors on camera unnecessarily, but I don't know, maybe it's just a Western thing. Because here's the thing, my thinking with capturing all of this footage, to me it locks in place an image of Tonga at a specific period of time. And so look, there's a shop here which looks like it's no longer functioning, and maybe at one point it was functioning, and there are certain memories that people have that might be attached to that shop. It could be whatever location we're at, and people will reminisce about it in the same way that I've just been reminiscing about my old Tonga Side School, which used to be in town, but now it's shifted over here to Tofoa. And same thing with all these shops here, like memories and stories attached to all of these different locations. And to me, all this is just a visual kind of documentation, audio and visual documentation of this place here on the, what is it, the 16th of June 2025. And maybe a year, a decade, a millennium from now, all of this might look different. And this is just one aspect of the story of Tonga Tapu, of how it was at a certain period of time. So then there are these photography books that exist, these Palangi guys who went around in the Pacific and captured images and photos of different parts of the Pacific, including Tonga. I can't remember the photographer's name. I think it might have been something Sears. I'll find it and chuck it up. But those images, yeah, they just mean so much. They captured Tonga in the, I think it's like the 70s and 80s maybe. And it just creates a sense of nostalgia. The irony is, here I am talking about images of Tonga and I'm pointing the camera at myself, so yeah, here we are in Vaha'akolo. Helu is the current village that we're in. We've got a whole bunch of cars coming back and forth now. Vaha'akolo kind of runs parallel with the main road to the right there, which is Tofoa Road, or Tofoa. But this is probably less of a main road, but still quite busy than Tofoa. I don't know. I'm assuming that. One thing to take into consideration is that my experience of Tonga is that I was born here in the 1980s, 1985. Grew up here till 1993, 94, and then we migrated to New Zealand. And I would come back every, 10 years, 13 years. There were long gaps in between each visit. And I wish it was much shorter, but that's just the way it was. And so, more recently, I've been coming in the last few years, and I feel like a foreigner, like a tourist. Like I essentially consider myself a tourist here. I wouldn't consider myself local at all. Just gotta get this rock out of my shoe. Rock out of my croc. Spending most of my time in Aotearoa, New Zealand. So then, my perspective was very much that of a foreigner, of a tourist, who grew up for a little bit in Tonga, but yeah, I don't feel like I can speak to the stories of Tonga, and so then when I'm sharing an opinion or a thought or something, it comes from a place of observation or speculation rather than a place of like lived experience and authority. So basically what I'm saying is, take everything that I say with a grain of salt. Don't take it too deep, because I'm just boxing it pretty much. But I tell you what, my love for Tonga is just as strong as any local here. I promise you that. But maybe the way I need to think about how I express it, how I show that love, is needs to be more practical than just walking around with a camera. I mean, I think my experience of Tonga will be similar to those of many people from overseas coming here to have a holiday. Like, people in diaspora visiting Tonga treat it almost very much like a holiday, or like, visiting for an occasion. And again, this is me just speculating, where we have a bit of money, we come here, we know that the intention is to spend on the local economy, and the hope is that it injects a little bit of cash into the local economy as well. And so that's also what I'm doing. I'm capturing some of the experiences here in Tonga, spending money at the local places that I visit, food places, entertainment places like the visit to Pangai Motu. And I guess that's one way that we give back to Tonga, but I don't know, maybe there's more that we can do. And to me, one thing that I'm passionate about is the Funfungle, which is one of our Tongan instruments, the nose flute. And so I want to contribute in some sort of way to the revival of the Funfungle here in Tonga. There's been a bit of a movement overseas in Aotearoa, and so in some sort of way I want to contribute to that that space, that cultural aspect of Tonga, so that it's not just an economical kind of contribution of just giving a lot of money to Tonga. And to be honest, I don't know how useful that is either, just coming in and providing small amounts, because we know that remittances are one of the highest forms of funds that flow into the country, money that comes from family and loved ones from overseas. So I'm curious how much money gets injected from tourism. But to be honest, I feel like as social media has started to become more popular and vlogging especially has become more normalized, images and stories of Tonga becomes disseminated a lot more. And I think what that does is, at least for me, I'm constantly watching videos and TikToks and Instagram reels of Tonga. And that creates this desire, this yearning to be back home. So then here I am. And then it also creates this desire to be capturing and sharing as well with others. And I hope, like, the intention here is, I think a lot of it has to do with what I talked about at the start. Like, really, it's just a visual documentary. And it's just raw, it's just walking, holding a camera and just pointing it around. Hello. So I'm not trying to like frame it in a certain way to make it cinematic or anything. This is very raw. But in that way, I hope it's faithful to the reality of Tonga, like even just on this day, Monday, June 2025. Yeah. Got some farmers over here, tending into the garden. Look like Asians. Even this visual image here, just the open field with raw soil with some little seedlings you can see growing on the top. Those are images that remind me of my childhood that I've always seen growing up. It's like 8 years that I was here, driving past fields and seeing this rich brown soil on the ground. So it creates a certain feeling. In a way, I'm kind of like living out my childhood memories being here. And one of the beautiful things about Tonga is that it's almost stuck in a certain period of time. Like, Tonga has advanced materially quite a lot and changed quite a lot in the decades that I've left it 3 decades ago. But in some ways it's still the same, and that's beautiful. But the question is, how much of the change that is occurring is beneficial for Tonga and useful for Tonga and the people? And that's not a question for me to answer. I'm just a soul fear-boxing vlogger walking on the street, capturing Vaha'akolo and talking to myself. So we have GMS Funfungle below level. So I wasn't paying attention to any of the signs that we were walking past, but this must be in the village of Funga now. We have Princess Royal Salote below level Tuita. I think it's is this Queen Salote High School? Might be. So yeah, I did this walk yesterday on the other side of the island on the main road of Tofoa Road, and it was walking to town to the wharf from Tofoa. The sun was beating down, it was super hot, and I was sweating. Where? This is Tofoa High School. Where? Didn't realize. Tofoa High School, interesting. Anyway, yeah. The sun was so hot yesterday, and I'm really glad that it's later on in the afternoon, which is why I've left at this time, because I knew the sun would be a lot lower in the sky and wouldn't be as hot, even though it still is. So 2 years ago we were here came on a little holiday with the family, with my parents and my brother, and we attended a conference called the Tongan Research Association Conference, and it was hosted at I think it's this school. I think this is the Queen Salote school. Yo! But yeah, that's the only story I can share of this this area. Now that truck back there that was beeping, that's one thing about Tonga that that's become quite apparent to me in the last few days of just walking everywhere, especially in the evenings. You just walk past a person walking in the opposite direction or just standing there and they'll be like, yo, alukoi, if they're just sitting on the seat. And man, the friendliness, you just feel it. You can't be too careful. Like, I'm not saying go ahead and just walk anywhere in the middle of the night. I mean, I'm a 6'2" Tongan man, overweight, so maybe less of a target to anyone trying to take advantage of someone. But what I've experienced so far is just quite a lot of friendliness from a lot of people. And when I was in Samoa, and I don't want to make this a Tonga versus Samoa thing, but when I was in Samoa, in the specific part of Samoa is Papase'ea Road, which is a little bit close to up here. So just to put it into context, we were close to the city. I was observing the behavior of the people walking by and driving by and see if anyone would just beep like the truck back there. And nobody did it, initiated it in the same way that truck initiated it. But sometimes if I did wave to someone or yell out, yo, I might get a beep back or a wave back. And that's the contrast between that experience and what I've been experiencing here, where every now and then you get a person just initiating the hello and wanting to say hi, and yeah, so it's been nice. It's been cool. Anyway, here's more whanga. Got a bit of traffic here coming up. Here we have Bongo Post Limited. You can receive money worldwide in minutes. Okay. So I made a video of how to access money or exchange money while you're in Tonga. And the service that I use was Western Union, but it looks like with Tonga Post you can probably do the same thing as well, maybe. I am loving the manulua patterns on the vehicles over here. Manulua meaning, let me break it down. So manu meaning bird, and then lua is referring to the word two. So you're two intersecting birds that it looks like from an aerial view or bird's eye view. And I tell you what, bro, I'm getting hot. You can see the sweat all over my face, so I'm going to cross the road to get a bit of shade. Ooh, this truck's here. Oi, that's much better. Ooh. Ooh, this is a big, beautiful mango tree. And you can see the seedlings for mangoes. Well, I don't know if they call it seedlings, I don't know what you call it. But mangoes starting to flower, and maybe in a few months' time we'll have a whole lot of mangoes. That'll be useful. Mango, number 2 fruit on my top 5 fruits list. Number 1, meren, by meren, watermelon. You have another fruit tree here, oh, a couple I think. So you have popo, and I think this might be sugarcane. Yo. Okay. Where it's well and truly hot. Oh, hot. Okay, see, we got a shop over here. It's all closed down. Hey, Doko. We're coming to a roundabout that's pretty wide. This road is pretty wide. So anyway, let's cross the road. What do we have here? Liquor shop, Digicel. Looks like maybe a convenience store. Okay, let's carry on. Okay, really nice and calm now. And we're coming up to one of my favorite trees or plants in Tonga, which is the Galpani, which is this plant here. And it currently doesn't have any flowers on it. Oh, there we go, the friendliness. It currently doesn't have any flowers on it, but beautiful flowers, beautiful fragrance. I love that plant. Got a little shop here, selling some clothes and goods, some tupeno. What's this? SS Popular Fashion Garment. Popular. Popular. I thought it said popular. Popular is the word for prisoner in Tongan. I was like, hey, is this a prison-made, convict-made clothing? That would be funny. Okay. Ooh. Got a little takeaway over there. Hey, I'm curious about the more in a fitness situation here in Tonga with cars. And because even from when I was growing up here, you'd see cars just driving around with like a windscreen missing, the back window missing, and just have a piece of plastic over it. So I wonder what the situation is with like having to approve the car's ability to operate effectively on the road. A little something over there, I don't know what that was, but I think I'm gonna need to stop somewhere for a drink because it is really hot. And for anyone else it'd be nice and warm, but I warm up quite quickly, sweat quite easily, and yeah, I need to cool down at some point. Got an interesting little stall here. Got some clothes. Hello. Oh, we got some grapes. Uano. Is it $20? Yeah. Wow. Interesting. I wonder where those grapes are from. $20 is a lot compared to what you might buy in Tonga. I mean, in Aotearoa, New Zealand, which is maybe $6, $7, $8, something like that. But what a treat that would be to have grapes in Tonga, as it doesn't really grow here. And I don't think I ever ate grapes when I was growing up here. I think there might be Tofoa Stadium over there. Ooh, this is an interesting looking building. Very bare. 72 Vaha'akolo Road. Double story. Looks kind of flash, but also like kind of stripped back and bare as well, like it hasn't been completed. One thing that I love about Tonga and the islands, but it reminds me of Tonga, is the burning of rubbish, more specifically organic rubbish. So when people sweep their yards, bring together the leaves and branches, put it together in a pile and set it alight, the smoke from that fire is just so pleasant to me. And I think the reason why it's pleasant is because it reminds me of my childhood. Like, I think everything in my childhood is just painted with glitter and gold. Like, it just makes me think of the good old days. So then you're smelling that smoke in the air. Yeah, it's a very, very pleasing smell. So we got a church for the Latter-day Saints here, 39 Vaha'akolo Road. Which means we're getting closer. Hello. Which means we're getting closer to our destination, which is Hala Wellingtoni, or Wellington Road. In the distance, I can see a Chinese flag waving in the air. We'll see if I can pick it up on camera. You can see a flag waving up in the air over there, which is interesting. A lot of foreign influence here in Tonga, especially Asian foreign influence, Chinese, Japanese. I don't have a lot of knowledge on that, so I'm not going to speak on it, but it's interesting. And it's been there from the first time I returned to Tonga in 2003, from when we left. We left in 93, 94, came back to 03, 04, and surprisingly saw Chinese people in the Vaha'akolo, the little shops, the little convenience stores, manning it, speaking Tongan. Yeah, very surprising. So it's been a few decades since then, and the influence has just grown. Not saying it's a good or a bad thing, but yeah, it's a bad thing. Got another little convenience store here, 48 Vaha'akolo Road. Vaha'akolo. What is that? Vaha'a, I think, means to the side. The side, is it? Or adjacent? Kolo referring to a town. Is this dog going to be friendly, or is he going to stay on my Vaha'a? So then the side of the town, because this road is right next to Tofoa and Nukuʻalofa. So, yeah. Another tree that I love, which we're coming up to, is this breadfruit tree, a May. We call it May. I have many fond memories of this tree, from breaking off the big leaves and using it as a fan, going to church with my auntie and her using the May leaf as a fan. And we had one in our house, we have one still there, that we'd climb up and down all the time on, play on, put a ladder up, and yeah, just have so much fun on it. And then we had a May tree at our next door neighbor's house right next door, and we'd climb up that tree as well, and yeah, good times. So I have a lot of pleasant memories associated with that tree, that plant. Interesting how these different objects become sort of dear to your heart because of the memories and time you spent with these plants. I mean, it's not that deep, but being overseas, being in New Zealand, you don't see May trees, so then it hits a little different when you see it. It's like, wow, the good old May tree. And it was interesting being in Samoa and learning the Samoan name of the May, the breadfruit, which is ulu. And ulu in Tongan is your head. So that's interesting because you know, the breadfruit is an oval shaped fruit which looks like a head. So it makes sense that they'd call it an ulu. So I wonder where May comes from. I'm always so curious about etymology, the history and the origin of different words. I find it fascinating because it tells you a lot about the word itself. So yeah. Oh, prisons. There's the Ballpula. Not the popular though, but yeah. Got another little shop over here. So I think this is Queen Salote School, where we went to for the TRA conference in 2003. Yeah. So we're coming up towards a roundabout, and just diagonal from the roundabout is one of the most significant sites, I would say, one of the most significant sites historically in Tongatapu, in Nukuʻalofa. And for anyone coming to Tongatapu and Nukuʻalofa, this would be an interesting site to visit because it holds the kind of historical and cultural DNA of modern Tonga, which is the current line of royal families, Tofoa the First, and all the others who passed away after him, and they like to rest there in Vaha'akolo. Probably disrespectful for me to point my hand at Vaha'akolo, but anyway, we're here at the roundabout and we'll I'm wondering if I should go get a drink. No, let's carry on. That's the girls' school there, and we're almost at Halawalingatoni, which I think is the next 2 more blocks down. Boy, and it's been a good walk. Let's just double check on the back how long we've been walking. It's been 35 minutes. So we have Vaha'akolo here. Unfortunately, it's all blocked up by these blue fences because I think China Aid are doing some work on the on the grounds. Maybe I know there's a car park being built just right here, so unfortunately we don't have access to view it in its entirety, but maybe you can see a bit if I lift it up like that. Yeah. Mala'a meaning a ground space. Actually, I shouldn't even try to explain, but that's how I understand it. Mala'a being like a space, a ground, which can refer to like a cemetery or a field or an open space that can perform different functions. And then kola being red. Hello. Are you a teacher here at Salote? No, okay. Have a good day, So yeah, my dad. Yo. Again, just that willingness to interact and engage. People are looking at me. People look at me when I'm walking past, and some will beep, some might look at me like, what's this guy up to? But don't worry, doko. Just being a little fair bots, doing a bit of whakamuna, thinking I'm doing a visual documentary of our beautiful beloved island of Tongatapu. That's all it is, and just ruining it with my commentary. So I apologize if you made it this far and you've had to suffer through my commentary. Okay, welcome to Mama Loa Nukuʻalofa. Hoi whakaloloa e mama I mua ako I haa mohe o fo. Cool. These guys got the Apiako Ma'alahi Award back in 2022. Hey doko. Got some graffiti on the side of the building here. What the TCT? Oh yeah. Okay, starting to. It's been less than 40 minutes and feeling a little bit of exhaustion. But I'm joyous. I'm joyous because I'm in Tonga, a beautiful country. The air is warm. The spirit is vibrant. What do I mean by that? I don't know. But I feel something vibrant in the atmosphere of me just walking down on a mundane Monday here on Vaha'akolo Road. And I feel happy. Praise be to God. So we still have Queen Salote, I think, carrying on over here. Maybe coming towards the end of it. So I mentioned the word mala'a referring to a ground, which in this case is being used as a cemetery. And then we have like a field just up ahead, and they'll be referred to as a mala'e as well. So somebody who understands the culture better than me will be able to explain it much better, but that's the limitation of my explanation for today. Thank you very much. Got some people in the background there doing a bit of construction, and I think we might be coming up past the accommodation blocks that belongs to Helu, who runs the channel All Things Tonga. His channel is amazing, so I'm sure anybody who's watching this video and come this far already knows about All Things Tonga. I don't even have to explain, but if by chance you don't know, this is Nanisi's place in the All Things Tonga YouTube channel. Amazing, big ups to Helu, man, he's a man. I admire his work. And yeah, looks like you can come and stay here if you want. There's accommodation. I saw it being advertised on Facebook today. They have accommodation available, so you just need to look up Nanisi, N-A-N-I-S-I. Bro, why am I getting puffed out? Literally the whole walk has been flat, no hills or anything. I do have a bag on me that's about 10 kgs, but yeah, just relax, doggo. Get your cardio up. Yo, everybody waving, love it. I think that's where the joy is coming from. That's where the spirit is. Man, Bongo. Gonna make a brother cry again, like last night when I was walking by a couple of people and they were offering me food on the side of the road. I was like, bro, spirit of generosity, don't worry about the food, my heart is full from the generosity, man. The gestures already felt. Malo. Oh yo, what am I talking about? I love these police cars with the manulua paintings on them as well. The use of our cultural motifs and symbols, I love it. Oh, something interesting coming up ahead. Oh, he's crossing. It's a soldier. Actually, in my hastiness of walking, I failed to stop to appreciate this building, which I really don't know a lot about, but I think this is the Sion Church. And if I try to say any more, I'm gonna bots it and give you the wrong information, but it has a very significant place in the history of Tonga. Okay, let's cross the road. This house with the red, orangey kind of fence on it, my cousin used to live there, and when he used to work here, we would come visit. He invited us to his house a couple of times and it was lovely. Really nice place. Okay, we gotta find Noa Guesthouse. So we're here on Wellington Road, Hala Wellington. I think this might be Noa's Guesthouse. Okay, so it turns out I turned the wrong way. We circled back towards the corner where this big church is, the Sion, Sasi Sion, and Noa's guest house is further down this way, so took a little slight wrong turn. I made a quick stop to get a drink, which is actually pretty interesting because they have these bottles, which is 1.5 liters, and there were smaller ones, maybe like 600 mils. And I was like, how much are the bottles of water? Buying a ua, $2. And I was like, nah, the big one. And they're like, yeah, that's $2 as well. I was like, oh, true. Meaning economics. It was an Asian shop, so I was surprised. I mean, not surprised, but like, I was like, oh, why are the prices the same for the small and large bottles? But anyway, Anyway, that's all we need for now. So, yeah, the really nice looking building here. Could this be it? That would be nice. But I don't think that's it. I don't think I've been down this road before. Oh, that could be it. Kataki! Oh, same here! I was gonna stop that car to ask them, hey, you guys know where's no Guesthouse? Let me... here we go. I'm gonna rest us on this bench, pull out the Nukuʻalofa. Just straighten this out a bit. And then let's have a look. Oh, further down. I think it's further down that way. Oh, you there, man? Oh, same here. Yeah? Same here, the lua big guy. Oh, yeah. Yes, malo apito eh. I don't know how to process how I'm feeling. Let me explain what just happened. That man, he was back there at the taxi stand. I was walking towards his direction and I stopped him to ask him, where is Noah Guesthouse? And he gave me the directions to come down this way, and I didn't quite catch what he was sharing. But I thought I'd just come down and have a look. And yeah, I'd been walking for about 5 minutes and he just appears just as I'm pulling out my Google Maps to like look for the address. And it's like, it's that spirit of like friendliness and wanting to yeah, I don't know, it could have just been coincidental that he was driving by, but it was almost like he was checking on me just to see that I was coming in the right way. But yeah, anyway, looks like we're here. So welcome to Noah Guesthouse. It's a single bedroom, and for 90 baanga a night, this is what you'll get, at least for the room. So we have a couple of shelves, drawers here, a nice mirror. We have some aircon here, which is keeping the room nice and cool. We have a nice, this might be queen. It's either queen or double, but it's a nice large size bed. Haven't done a bed test yet. I'll give a review tomorrow of it. I'm not going to lie down on it yet, but I'm all sweaty. I've been walking for like the last 40-50 minutes to get here. Pillows feel nice and firm. Got a nice little backboard. And yeah, we have other amenities outside, which we'll review later on tomorrow morning. But for now, this is the room. And it's perfect for just what I need. A bit of privacy. I can lock the door, keep my things here, go into town, which is very close by. And yeah, thought I'd just showcase what some budget-friendly accommodation could look like for anyone wanting to travel to Tongatapu and stay in Nukuʻalofa. And we're here on Wellington Road, or Halawillingatoni, which is like 3 minutes walk to the main township in Nukuʻalofa. So yeah, this is all we have.